You guys got anything on Easter? If we try to sprinkle that in an hour or two?
I mean,
Yeah.
do you want me to? I can find stuff.
No, I mean, I might just throw that in the mix.
Where does Easter Bunny live in Santa Claus's shed, or does he live with the Tooth Fairy? That's the question.
These are the things we need to get to the bottom of. Yeah.
I have an Easter-related Taft fact.
Well, there we go. All right.
Wow.
So we got some Taft.
Now I just need to hit the damn intro then. Shit.
Not it.
Freaks and geeks, drinkers, thinkers, ramblers and gamblers, sobers, stoners, pet owners gather around. This is the Outsider Social Club, where us misfits, miscreants, and outcasts get together, ramble, palaver, prattle, and get funky as hell while we do so. So without further ado, let's get it on. Welcome back to the Outsider Social Club. I'm your master of ceremonies, Drinks with Ron, and I can't open this thing, but the usual rules apply. You drink if you hear a dog or a cat or a bong. 1.5 is the over-under for hearing dogs on the podcast. Speaking of over-unders, Troy! What have you got for us in hour two?
Hi, Ron. Thanks for having me.
Not yet, but I'm going to get this joint tube open, and then we'll get there.
Super.
Got it.
We're going to continue our previous discussions of safety first, or at least the top three, by sticking with cans. And we're still shooting for our 3.5 under-overs.
Okay.
Thank you for your time and attention in this matter.
It was 3.5 last episode? Fuck, I didn't get there.
It was.
Wait. I did it! I did it! That's the sound I tried to get in the fucking intro. Way to go, stupid. Sammo, you're less fucked up than me. How's it going?
That's going well. How you doing, boys? You ready to talk some Taft facts?
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm excited. Hashi, you ready to do some Taft? Wait a minute. You ready to do some Taft?
You could say that I'm ready.
You people make me more anti-Taft every time we do this.
You're part of that fucking cabal, aren't you?
Perhaps.
Yeah. I'm going down to the mill tomorrow. I'm going to get a picture of his initials.
Was this part about the mill and Tafton like in your subconscious when you became infatuated with Taft, or is it truly a coincidence? Or do you think this was like in your subconscious?
It's subconscious. It's lizard brain. It had to be.
But I mean, Hashi's the Taft guy. This goes back to the nostalgia pit. I'm just piggybacking on here. It's just a magical coincidence.
It's just magic, really.
It is.
It just, it was the blame Obama and the continuation of that to like, let's just keep going back. And then Taft is obviously the funniest of the presidents for
so many reasons.
Yeah. So thanks, Taft.
Yeah. Thanks, Taft.
Season 1. Thanks, Taft. You really fucked up the economy. Piece of shit.
Way to fuck up the Strait of Hormuz, you dick.
But Ron's town was actually called, or the town
Taft?
Yeah, but Ron's actually from Tafton.
Until an angry mob forced him to change it.
Yes, went to the legislature and got them to...
You couldn't have written this.
No.
So the farm property that I live at now used to be a mill, and this weekend I tricked Ron into I told him it was originally called Taft's Mill, and he I think he probably shit himself, and I was like, actually that's Taft. So that was Taft, not fact.
Oh, wow. You know what that means. Here, on the Outsider Social Club, quarterly, we do this thing. It's called Taft or Fact. We tell you something Taft did. Well, I'll get out of the president who's a sex machine to all the chicks. It's Taft! Right on. Who's the subject of a new trivia game we're starting on the OSC? That's also Taft! Can you dig it? We'll give you a scenario. You have to tell us if it's made up or something that was done by Taft. Right on. And they say this cat Taft is a bad mother. Shut your mouth!
I'm just talking about Taft.
I can dig it. Well, there it is. That's the explanation.
You're lucky I don't have the mute, boys.
Oh, I forgot to give... well, I give it to you. That's how it works. Fact or Taft. Samuel's going to tell us something that that's related to Taft, and if he did it, you say it's a fact. And if he didn't do it, you say Taft, as in, the anti-Taft cabal trying to take him down. Sammo, what have you got for us on this week's episode?
Yeah, that's right. So, just again to give an example, when we all have been told that he was stuck in a bathtub that was actually fake. So that is Taft.
That's Taft.
But when we talk about him being the first person to ever be president and also a Supreme Court justice, that is fact. So there's your examples. So we're going to start with one here. So we all know that he was rotund, and
the most.
After his presidency, Taft's weight ballooned to over 400 pounds, making him the largest Chief Justice in history. Is that Taft or fact?
I'm going to say that's a fact.
I'm going to say Taft because there are some fatter people in the history of these states here.
Okay. So we have one fact and one Taft.
Fact. 2 facts.
2 facts, 1 Taft.
2 facts and a Taft.
Yeah, that's going to be...
So that is in fact Taft. After
Oh,
his presidency, he lost 70 pounds and got down to a nice 280 when he was a Chief Justice. He slimmed down.
Svelte.
Oh.
He was a svelte 280.
I also hear he smiled occasionally afterwards. So
Yeah, see, the stress of the presidency made him stress eat.
yeah.
And so, therefore, he ballooned up, similar to a blimp or a one of those things, Zeppelin. That's one.
Dirigible.
Yes,
Okay. So
such a good word.
Great.
all right. So here's the next question. Taft's father, Alfonso Taft, was a founding member in the Skull and Bones secret society at Yale. Known for elitism and conspiracy theories, William Taft eventually followed his father's footsteps and joined the Skull and Bones Society.
I'm going to say that's a fact, too.
A couple things here. First off, Alfonso Taft.
Alfonso Taft.
Great.
Okay, I mean, I'm going to say Taft just because of that. Because his dad can't be Alfonso. It just can't be. But second, Elites is like a Wheaties for, the wealthy. I like it.
Yeah.
Let's get on that.
They have that.
Like,
we just don't know about it.
No, it's Wheaties coated in gold leaf, and we sell them for $10,000 a box, and we make millions.
No, the elites already have them. We just aren't allowed to know about it. So it's...
I won't sell a lot of elites to you guys, but there'll be signs.
All right, I couldn't tell you guys if I had them. That's part of the deal.
It's a Taft.
Yeah.
It's a Taft. All right, so we have 2 Tafts and 1 fact here.
Yeah.
Taft's father, Alfonso Taft, did in fact found the Skull and Bones Secret Society.
His adopted father, perhaps.
See, I believed that.
Is true.
I believed that.
Taft was his father.
I did not believe the Alfonso Taft.
Google this Skull and Bones Society shit. It's pretty fucking weird. George Bush was in it too. It's
yeah.
That is a real fucking thing.
Uh-huh.
I saw Gilmore Girls. I know how it goes.
I mean, Gilmore Girls, 30 Rock, a lot of comedy shows based especially in New York have.
Plus, the best
referenced.
concert venue in Boise, Idaho is the old Shriners, El Cora Shrine Club. So there's all sorts of weird, the secret society people going on there with handshakes and whatnot.
Question. Does anyone know here about the Masonic Lodge or the Masons or anything like that? Is anyone a member of the Masons?
I'm
No,
not
it's
tell
something
you if I
I've
was.
always
seen them
thought
around
about.
here though.
You're allowed to tell people if you're a member. There's
You gotta
no
ask
secrecy.
first.
It's
That's
just
how
a
they
fraternal
recruit.
club, right? It's a place that got like cheap beer and pool tables and shit. I'm pretty sure.
And they
Well, that's the
they
Elks.
go hand out candy at the parade, and they help local goats or something. I don't know. It's
There's a couple. There's
a
a couple
club.
interesting parameters. That's a whole other episode. But my point is, I randomly decided to look up my grandfather's obituary the other day, and so I was reading it, and he was a member of the Masonic Lodge as well as the Elks Club, and I was wondering, I was like, because I have relatives in there, can I get to the secrets right away? That's why I was out trying.
No. My grandpa was actually a member too, but grandma made him fucking bail on it because, see,
my grandfather died in the Masonic law. So, like, I'm saying, I didn't. Your grandfather was he was a traitor.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
My grandfather was a patriot.
She made him do what Jesus said, and Jesus said you can't have no extra clubs.
Jesus?
One club. No.
The whole thing about the Masonic tribe.
One extracurricular is all you're allowed with Jesus.
I remember looking into it a while ago because I was walking by this Masonic lodge a while ago. You have to admit to believing in a higher power. It does not have to It does not have to be specific to any entity. Nope. It could be Christian God. It could be Hindu God. It could be anything. Spaghetti monster, right? As long as you believe in a higher power, you can enter and be a member.
It's the great architect who designed the universe. Yeah.
Yikes. Do you know anything? Are you a Mason? Do you know anything about Masonry?
A Mason?
Yeah. Masonic Lodge. I'm trying to get in. My grandpa was a member, so I'm wondering if I get like directly to the secret tier because he was in it. Or do I have to still ascend?
It's like Scientology. You got to pay your way up to these secrets.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering. Does nepotism count?
Taft's dad's name was Alfonso.
Yeah. Also, did you know that Taft's dad's name was Alfonso? That's still the craziest fact that we've heard.
True. And he founded Skull and Bones.
He founded the Skull and Bones Secret Society.
Told you this Taft shit goes deep, man.
Well, during Taft's presidency, he pursued more conservative ideals than the mainstream Republican Party, leading to a split in Republican support and eventual election of Woodrow Wilson. So, fact or Taft? Taft was more conservative than the prevailing party was.
I'm sticking with Taft. God damn it, that's his namesake, so I'm staying with it.
I'm going to say fact on everything tonight.
God, you're a blasphemous human.
I was thrown off because I just came into the middle of this and I thought there was theme music.
Oh, you missed it.
You missed it.
Oh, okay.
The theme music was like 20 minutes.
Oh,
maybe 40.
Yeah.
Well,
fact then.
Troy?
If it was 20 minutes ago, would it have been a Taft?
Taft.
Yes, 20 minutes ago.
So it's a split vote, 2-4 and 2 against. So that is in fact true. So, although he was handpicked by one of the Franklin Roosevelt, one of the Roosevelts handpicked him, he ended up being too conservative for the party and split off to start his own party, more conservative than the fucking Republicans.
That meant he probably only had a 33% tax rate on the highest bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was super conservative.
Yeah.
So, due to his immense size, which we have talked about quite a bit.
He was rotund.
He was
a large man.
He was not able to ride horses, and he would occasionally ride a tamed bull moose, prompting the name of the Progressive Party that he ran for a re-election under, the Bull Moose Party.
I'm going to go Taft on that one.
That's a fact.
Fact on that.
Bull Moose. Taft.
It's another split vote. So it is Taft, but the funny thing is, this is actually the party that Roosevelt founded to run against Taft because Roosevelt supposedly rode a bull moose. The Bull Moose Party was Roosevelt's party to run against Taft.
I believe it.
There's some weird shit. Tell you what, man.
Wait, so the Roosevelts brought Taft in and then they wanted to take Taft down, so Taft became too powerful?
Hence your anti-Taft cabal.
So Taft was the Secretary of Defense for Roosevelt and his hand-picked successor, and then he became too conservative.
Well, that checks out.
Hard to keep those new deals with the weird.
That's why early on I'm like, do you guys really want to have you looked into Taft before we do all this trivia? but it turns out there's some pretty good shit.
He was too big to fail.
Too conservative for the Republicans. Okay, with his thick mustache and dour look, the public was surprised to learn he was accused of fathering an illegitimate child, prompting his political opponents to shout, Ma, 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 where's Pa, pa, pa? At the White House.
Fatty Arbuckle.
Did he father an illegitimate child that his political opponents created a slogan to chant against him?
I must say that's a fact. Yeah, they're trying to take him down.
Now, this is another trick because what you were saying is a two-parter. Did he father any illegitimate children? Yes. Taft was laying pipe, okay, everywhere, unprotected. Many illegitimate. Genghis Khan, Taft, okay, as far as children. Now,
that man dropped seed.
The second part of the question is what really messes it up. So it's Taft. Because I'm saying that no political opponents could lobby it against him because it was in fact his superpower. And the reason he got elected.
He's like, that's right, I'm also your kid's dad, so shut your face. Keep it up, you'll have another son.
Ma, 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 where's Pa, pa, pa? That was the saying.
So are you asking, do we have to vote now?
So we have...
Is that true?
We have...
Shit!
So, no, this was actually Grover Cleveland. It was not Taft.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying.
Grover Cleveland, that skank.
So you'll see, sometimes I just make things up, and sometimes I find other interesting about other people.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
The John. Taft and his Secretary of State at the time, Philander Knox.
Oh.
The Secretary of State's name was Philander Knox. Instituted a policy of dollar diplomacy.
No,
in
it's
America.
not. This is not. Whatever you're going to say from here is not true. No, I'm sorry.
Philander, I don't even know her.
So Taft and Philander Knox, his Secretary of State, instituted a policy of dollar diplomacy in Latin America, in which they would bribe people into doing what they wanted rather than doing it through war or force.
Fact.
We have one fact.
I'm going to say Taft because he was a man of great force and size, and he made sure to impose his heavy stomach upon the will of those unwilling to cave in under his pressure. I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
So you're saying no because of the dollar diplomacy part of it, because of the political angle?
I'm going to say Taft because dollar diplomacy is a thing. I don't think it was him.
I didn't vote Taft. I forgot we were voting about.
All right. Well, we have three Tafts there, and one fact. Taft did, in fact, implement dollar diplomacy, and his secretary was named Philander Knox. Philander.
Wow.
Philander
Knox.
Knox. I just looked him up.
That's insane.
All right.
Top 10 politician names?
Yeah.
American history?
Top 10. Yeah. The sad part is he went down for taxes. It was just unfortunate name.
Well, we are recording this on Easter, and I had to find an Easter-related one here. So, on this day in 1902, Taft held the first Easter egg roll on the White House lawn.
I'm going fact, yeah.
Fact.
Why not? Fact.
Taft.
That was Rutherford B. Hayes.
Yeah. Whether be having eggs that roll down the hill.
Rutherford B. Hayton.
Oh, all right.
I got a trivia Easter fact for you. Question.
Good.
How many peeps are consumed every spring? Apparently, according to this fact, that is not statistically fact checked.
And this is not a trick question. These are the actual delicious marshmallow peeps. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
peeps,
not like some other kind of. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
not a trick question. How many?
Well, just how many? The question: how many every spring?
Well,
consumed?
we have 400 million people in this country. We're going to work backwards from there.
Spring. So we've got like a window.
I'll give you a caveat here. Okay, this is according to AI.
7.
Give the don't forget about the walleye multiplier. The walleye
7
community church
peeps.
multiplier means
Yeah,
each person eats 6 peeps. So 2.4 billion.
You said how
peeps
many people?
is my answer.
Which would be
2.4
how many
billion.
individual people? So if I eat Peeps today and I eat Peeps next week, I'm still one person eating Peeps. I'm not.
No. This is how many individual peeps are being eaten.
Okay.
The one person could consume a multitude of peeps.
Well, there's like 4
2.4
or
billion
8 or
peeps.
something come in a container, and I'm assuming you're just gonna.
Different size people. There's there's a lot of variables here.
That's true.
There's a diabetes and not diabetes.
Are the people reclined?
100 million and one.
100 million and one.
$1.
I'm gonna go with like 75 million.
250 million.
According to this, once again, AI.
7.
So, I mean, caveat, grain of salt so big that you might, choke on it and die from over too much salt. 1.5 billion peeps
Oh, shit.
is how much it says are consumed. And according to that means every single person in the United States consumes 5 peeps.
I don't.
I know 0 people that consumed, I know a bunch of people that consumed 0 peeps.
Yes.
That
I know
Or
0
people that consumed 1.
Uh-huh.
doesn't.
Anybody that owns
Right.
up to it, anyway.
Ain't math crazy?
Well, and they say consumed. They mean purchased because 40% of those were thrown in the fucking garbage when they were hard as little rocks.
No,
out
they're
of
put
an
back in a
Easter basket.
warehouse and they're resold since 1950.
It is America's greatest recycling program.
Decade over decade.
The one thing
Peeps are
we did
people.
right- yeah. Soylent Peeps are made of people.
Soylent Peeps. That seems like something that would get made by AI, actually.
Soon.
Now that speaking of AI. Soylent Peeps.
Thick, stretchy, liquid resistant, military grade adhesive. Available in 300 colors. It's Glory Hole Tape. Don't cut your dick on a poorly cut or jagged glory hole. From a rough cut on a bathroom stall to rusty sheet metal on an old tool shed to regular old drywall. The thick, pliable nature of our tape will put a sturdy barrier between your wiener and certain danger. And the military-grade adhesive ensures you won't have to keep reapplying glory hole tape, even if it gets wet. Ignore those people that tell you you need to bring in a company and spend hundreds of dollars to put a glory hole in your house. Do it yourself and save with Glory Hole Tape.
Glory Hole Tape from Tape Dough, now available at Star Mart.
Well, when Taft entered office, Mexico was restless under dictator at the time, Porfirio Diaz. There were incidents in which Mexican rebels were crossing the border, stealing horses and guns, and Taft sent the military to do border control under his commander Archibald Butt to protect the U.S. border.
Fact. I love that name. I want it to be true.
Taft and his military commander Archibald Butt sent troops to protect the U.S. border. The U.S.-Mexico border.
Let me just say, this has not been a great episode for Taft.
Theodore Roosevelt was his main Rough Rider.
He's got a sidekick named Butt, and he's a border cop. So awesome. All right, guys. Taft might be dying. I think I hear it slowly.
For
Taft
Lander
wheezing.
Johnson or whoever is.
You know what they say? It could happen any day, and that's what they're talking about.
That's
Taft,
true.
when they say that.
True.
They're talking about ego death, of course,
Taft.
which is something that Taft experienced while in the Himalayas of Tibet.
In the
Himalayas.
In the West Wing with his raccoon.
Himalayas.
That was some other president whose wife had a fucking pet raccoon in the White House.
Wow.
So,
He teleported.
so is Archibald Butt a real?
I hope so.
Commander
I hope
Taft. Absolute Taft.
so. I wanted to be fact.
Archie Butt.
So that is true.
Butt.
That is actually
Oh,
true.
shit.
And the funny thing about Archibald Butt, if you look at his name, there's like 5 middle names. It's like Archibald, blah 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 blah. But and he goes,
D. Gaffin
And
Reed.
probably played old-timey baseball.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pebbly butts.
All right, I'm gonna throw one last one in there. Maybe we can close Taft facts on this. Taft installed pneumatic tubes in the White House, coming from the Oval Office, so he could send notes to important aides rather than having to walk down the halls and deliver notes. So he had pneumatic tubes.
So
He would
dope,
send
dude. Are
notes.
you kidding me?
Please tell me that's true. That's
That's gotta be.
This is the only thing that might be able to revive an old border cop.
Yeah,
Give it
no,
to me.
seriously, like he's back. He's back.
Taft said, I ain't walking down the hallway for nothing. Walking is for chumps.
Pneumatic tubes, dude. Boom, boom. Yeah. Ron, get that sound on the in post.
Yes, please do. Get that
It's like
sound.
a bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Selena started doing that, dude. Oh, dude. What technology never got better than that.
No.
Did it?
When
Like
when did we
being at the
stop
bank
putting
and
shit
throwing
in
your
You
fucking
still can't
check in
beam
there.
a thing. I mean, there's online shit, but if you actually have a thing and you gotta get it here to there,
No, man.
the tube.
We
You know?
started our downfall as a country began when we stopped sending shit through tubes.
Yeah, when the pneumatic tubes got taken out of bank
Yeah.
drive-throughs, like that was everything.
I
Was down.
mean,
I mean, they still have bank drive-throughs, but
Right.
they don't have the tubes. They have the
They don't have
drop.
the tubes.
see, they started
the
going
drop.
away during the time
like
of
that.
Reagan. That was their heyday. But it's just, some things coincide.
First it was the tubes, then it was air traffic controllers. It's been downhill ever since.
It's
Right.
exactly if A
Right.
then B.
You guys got guesses on that one?
I want to go fact.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
it's true, but I'm sticking to Taft.
Fact.
You heard his thing on his face. Troy. Troy looks like that painting in the museum we saw in New Orleans.
Yeah. There's only a couple topics to do this.
So that one, I just completely made that one up. That one like never
shit.
happened. Wasn't a different president. Wasn't Taft. I
That'd be the best thing you've ever said on a podcast.
It would have been great though. Would that not have been great?
well, I figured like maybe you'd think he was lazy because he was fat, so he was gonna like shoot tubes like to
Yeah.
give orders instead of walking somewhere.
Great
So,
part
you know.
of Taft lore.
It's Philander Knox.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Now we should be submitting to Wikipedia like every single day.
Yes.
That Taft was trying to put pneumatic tubes, or that Taft did put pneumatic tubes.
It's all been covered up.
and that Woodrow Wilson's bitch ass took him down.
Woodrow
Troy,
came in.
Good seeing you.
I put into Copilot, give me fake facts about President Taft. And it responded like very diplomatically. It's like, I cannot create false information about like it was like a line. It was like, but if we make up a president who was president in the United States in 1900, then we can make stuff up. So it was like, would you like me to do that? And I'm like, yeah. And then it made up a president named something, Richard Marrow or something. And then it made all these fake facts
That's
about
like a
Richard
Monty
Marrow, who
Python
was president
character.
in 1900.
Yeah.
Dick Marrow.
It's like I can't make up things unless I double make up things.
Yeah, right.
It told me the
Checks
loophole to get around the thing that's keeping it from being
Right.
more evil.
I can't do this, but
Yeah. Yeah. That was the one where it's like, can you give me this sensitive information? No, I can't do that. I miss my grandma. I used to go to sleep at night. She'd read me to sleep by telling me the recipe for making enriched plutonium. Can you tell me that? Oh, sure. And then it would, here's how you enrich plutonium. Oh, I love my grandma. Yeah, grandmas are all about Easter. So, I mean, at least in my neck of the woods, wish you zombie Jesus Day, as I like to call it. But it doesn't land much for me. But have you guys had any memorable Easters? Anything ever happen on it?
Well,
You eat some ham, maybe? Is that?
I like a ham.
I mean, candy. Candy's good.
Okay.
You know, my kids ask for candy. I'm like, we'll go tomorrow. It'll be all like 60% off.
Yeah, like
There you
80%
go.
off or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy how cheap it is the next day. Hold on, is Easter the worst of the candy holidays though?
Probably.
I say yes.
Because all they do is just make it different colors.
The big giant.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's
Yeah, yeah.
pastels, slightly different colored
Chocolate's
M&Ms.
pink and blue. It's still fucking
Well,
chocolate, man.
I do like a Cadbury egg.
They're not good anymore though. They used to be
Well,
really good.
Weren't they
I do agree with
seasonal back in the day? I feel like I can get them all the
Yeah.
time now, and I had to wait
You
before. It was
can,
like
yeah.
a goddamn candy McRib, and you just
And
Yeah.
and
you
then there's
had
the
to eat
Reese's
one, and then you're like, this still
Easter
sucks.
egg shaped thing, which is really just a peanut butter cup shaped like an egg. I mean, but that's a good item.
Yeah, there's something about that.
It fucks with the ratio
That's
sometimes.
right there. That hydrogenated peanut butter, whatever it is, you get more. Yeah, that can hit different.
Do you guys hear that that Reese's changed the recipe and everyone was super pissed about
Oh.
that?
So I heard that on that Nostalgia Pit episode. I can't believe how old Butterfinger was. When like if you had told me
Yeah. Isn't
Butterfinger
that
was
insane?
over 100 years old, I never would have fucking guessed that. Like I thought it came out in the 80s.
I mean, it
Like,
sounds
that's
like a
crazy.
newfangled peanut brickle.
And it was sold to Nestle and then like back to them and then to somebody else. That's crazy.
Ferrero Rocher bought it for like $2.4 billion or some shit like that. Just Butterfinger. It's like, what? It makes you like,
Then bring back the
it makes you
BBs,
really
you
realize
dick.
how much these people are fucking making on these candy bars, dude. It is insane.
For comparison, Budweiser sold for $4 billion, which is really a very small amount of money when you think about like Budweiser.
Right.
Yeah. People are always like so fascinated by like, oh, Netflix wants to buy Warner Brothers. It's this gigantic deal. But then no one blinks an eye when like fucking who was it just bought Cisco just bought Chef's Store. And it's like, oh, that's just like two of the biggest like food suppliers in the United States just like combined in that.
You own everything now.
Yeah. So now you have two companies instead of three.
Yeah, I get
And,
that. I noticed
yeah.
that too.
That's a little bit bigger. It's like a $47.8 billion sale or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, food is crazy. Like people don't care about it.
Well, but
Whatever.
but the other one to give credit to it is a time where like our media is completely, creating and like fucking up the entire world that we're in. That conglomerate, that consolidation of all that media is very, very dangerous to like
Well, so is the food.
the democracy of the country. The food is too, but I mean, I wonder which ones are coming at us faster right now, actually. So that one
Well,
is,
my point is that the food is coming very fast and people aren't paying any attention
I
to it.
agree. And it's because
It's arguably coming
Well,
faster
and,
than any media consolidation.
yeah, because that's kind of been a slow-mo thing that's been happening for decades, and you've been kind of
Dude, when
watching
US
it.
Foods purchased FSA like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, shit really changed for the restaurant industry across the board, and no one there those 5% profit margins got slashed down to 2 or like 1. Like you can't do it anymore. It's fucking crazy, and it's just like it's gonna get even worse. And then like it's going for the
Already
consumer.
barely paying people enough to put on pants.
So you're gonna have cheesecake factories, and you'll like that'll be like it for restaurants.
Well, I started at Easter Sunday with seeing the most fucking unhinged like tweet from or text or post from the president of the United States on the planet, and it was slow covered by the national media because they didn't know how to deal with it for like 3 hours because it was so like what the fuck, praise Allah, all this shit. Nobody knew how to cover
that.
it.
Was real.
And that was real, by the way. That was a
I
real
saw,
thing.
I saw that thing, and
crazy?
I
Like this. So this is the problem I have. Food insecurity is coming at us also,
Mm-hmm.
but like the media as it stands is so bad
They're
at covering
so
everything
fucking
that's going
neutered.
on. And if you want to argue with me, you can.
Yeah.
But this is not going to help.
No.
And so people are terrified by this idea because like this is the first thing. Speaking of Easter, I woke up at 7 a.m. This is the first fucking thing I saw. I got up and made food with my mom for my family who's missing two people, one who just passed. It was wonderful. That's what Easter is about. You make food and like all that shit, and it's about love, and it's about like that are the common issues that have been like basically that is Easter. And I do only bring this up at the moment because like that is the way the day started in being like, wow, the media doesn't know how to handle this because it's on Easter, even though the president just said the F word and said praise Allah in a fucking post. And it hasn't been corrected. It's not, I don't like I don't even think it's him, but.
Well, that ain't Stephen Miller. I mean, who else would that be?
Well, anyway, anyway, the point is that like, I cannot tell you how bad some of the media mergers are, and at the same time I also don't know if it's going to make any difference because the media is so bad right now on its ability to cover what's happening. Like it's insane. So I'm very concerned about that, but now I'm concerned about
just because I'm concerned about food doesn't mean that I'm not concerned about media.
No, I'm just having a conversation that I wrap fully back into Easter. So, I don't know. I mean, I was just saying, all you had said was, I don't know why people are making such a big deal out of the Netflix thing. And I'm like, it's a fucking huge deal.
Well, I mean, no, but what you're saying is like media lack of covering, like all that matters. Like who owns the movie rights doesn't really matter as much as media merging together or food merging together.
Who controls the narrative of the major news media? Is
again, you're skewing it. I'm talking specifically about movie rights and shit like that. And like those are the things that people are like.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that's all they really care about is.
That's all they care about. That's all the people that are outraged about these type of things.
Going to get renewed now is what they. Yeah.
I was thinking about the larger.
No, well,
no, I get that.
As we do,
which makes sense. But unfortunately, the people that are outraged about the Netflix Warner Brothers merger are worried about their Marvel IP and they're like, what's going to happen to the Stranger Things moving forward?
That's fair.
And exactly right. Like those are the main concerns, unfortunately, and that's a whole nother.
And it just shows I'm not a movie guy, but I'm a media guy. Right. So the people I'm talking to are talking about that side of it and not so much about the movie side because everybody's like, oh my god, the music.
Well, Netflix isn't a media company though. They're not like they might get into it eventually, but they're a media rights company,
right? But it's just a larger picture of everything in every industry getting consolidated down to being owned by two companies, and
the majority of Americans get their media through a certain sub lens of like all these news channels that all these people will control, and if they consolidate into one message, we already have enough. That's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you were seeing that 20-something years ago with Sinclair and 9/11, and it was just like songs disappeared. There was like a list of 200 songs that were just now gone from the radio on like 75% of all the stations because 3 companies own 75% of all the stations. And it was like, whoa, all it takes is something to happen and they can just wipe these songs away. It's like it didn't matter.
Yeah, and that's what really, will make you realize you're like, oh, I don't actually own any media, even though I've paid Spotify, $10,000 over the last however many years. It's like I have no records or anything like that. So when Spotify decides that they, are going to start taking things down, it doesn't matter because you don't own the rights to any of the music,
Well, it's like George Carlin said, you've got 17 flavors of bagels, but 3 companies control insurance. It's the illusion of choice, and that's what we're left with in America. You can pick your flavor.
He also said the country's going down the tubes.
Yeah.
Where are these tubes? You think if it's big enough for the country to go down it, we would see it.
Yeah, where are the pneumatic tubes that George was talking about?
Yeah. I haven't seen Tube 1. We are essentially tubeless. Speaking of, I got a little tube here. And to tie it into Easter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an amazing sound.
Isn't that great? And the best part, I went to the dispensary today, and I was the only one in there, and she says, do you want to find an egg? And I said, wait, that's a fucking option? And she said, yeah, go take a look for an egg. I'll hold on to your ID. So I looked around, and I'll be goddamned if I didn't find an egg. Took it up to the counter, and she said, "Oh, you got one." I said, "Yeah, good, because I couldn't be outsmarted by a plastic egg at 10 a.m. That would really shoot the rest of the fucking day. So I was really hoping I found one." And it turns out that what was in there was a ticket for this fucking joint. So the joint I smoked for hour 2 was the one I found in an Easter egg today.
Nice.
Best Easter ever, maybe.
And I was a little heated, but I wanted to just say, like, I loved the idea that today was a day of like getting up and cooking all day, and like, you know, like my mom cut up all that shit at like 6:30 in the morning and did all that, and like we talked about Thanksgiving and stuff like that. Like I kind of had a day like that today, and it's always a reminder of like how, I don't know, my mom is very much like, oh, it's a holiday, so I should be up at 5 a.m. doing everything in the house, and it's just kind of a vibe. So I think of Easter fondly in that way. And I went to 3 children's Easter egg hunts.
3.
And I hid the Easters to 1. Yes.
See, and that's the big factor too.
Okay.
Yeah, is when you got the kids around, that changes things.
See, I loved the Easter egg hunt when I was a kid. I loved a good scavenger hunt. I liked going out into the finding things. I always enjoyed that kind of shit. So
For sure.
I was a big fan. But, I had the Jewish family.
Right.
So they did the Passover and stuff like that. And that was always around it.
You hide eggs for that too, or
No,
no?
you hide matzah.
No rabbits involved with this?
It's not as good.
Hey, I'll find anything, man.
But you get paid money when you find the matzah and bring it back. Then they pay you cash money for.
Okay, I like this system better.
I mean, my family didn't pay me any cash. Otherwise, I would have looked more for that matzah. They were like, here, you get to eat the matzah now. And I was like, this shit sucks. Like, spread butter on it, put sugar. And I'm like, it still sucks. I'm sorry.
It was in a bush. Why do I'm not
I
gonna
hated
eat this.
Passover when I was a kid, man. I hated it. I was like, all like the food rituals of like, you got to eat the bitter stuff and like eat all these. I was like, why do we have to eat this weird shit? Fucking hated it.
Well, bread.
Tradition.
Bread is the hardest thing for me not to eat too. Everything I love is carbs. Pasta, bread, like everything.
Potato chip sandwich.
What about unleavened pasta?
Yeah, I could be easier to be a vegetarian than not eat carbs. Like that to me is just an impossible thing.
So I got the diabetes.
Yeah, that's why when like someone was like, "Yeah, have you ever had St. Louis pizza?" and then I looked it up and I was like, "What?"
Oh,
so you have a big piece of matzah, and then you put some Provel cheese on it with some sweet tomato sauce, and you call that a pizza? Like, what in the absolute hell are we doing?
Well,
St. Louis
matzah pizza is about the best thing you can do with a matzah to make it edible.
I believe that. I mean, yeah, my family, we used to do just butter and cinnamon sugar on it, That was like my dad. That was one of his treats.
If you just do tomato sauce or, marinara sauce and mozzarella on it and you throw it in the oven, works fine. I mean, I'm not going to compare it to pizza, but it's definitely polishing up the putting a bow on the pig or whatever. That's a funny reference.
This is a really funny thing because I don't think I've ever asked you this, and I've seen this photo over the years. Altoona pizza, does that ring a bell to you?
I have not heard.
Oh my!
I have not heard of Altoona pizza. I know Altoona is out west in the state, like mostly. So
like
I don't think I've ever been there actually, and I definitely don't know what their
find...
pizza is.
Well, first off, it's blasphemy. And second off,
here's the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, Yikes told me about this shit.
When did I tell you about this?
I don't remember, but I remember being angry.
You know where you've really been like online for the majority of your life when you say, "Oh my God, Altoona pizza," and I should have told Samo because he's the only person I lives in Pennsylvania, but I've actually instead told Hash at some other point in my life.
I just Googled it. It is by Pittsburgh. I was thinking.
Yeah, it's right by Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Did you find here? Okay. Where's the chat?
Pittsburgh does some goofy shit too.
Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Like I like them, but also some of the worst foods.
Click in the chat and look at the Wikipedia page photo.
Cincinnati fucking chili can.
What in the fuck is that? It looks like.
So it's like a Sicilian pizza dough.
I mean, it looks like lasagna.
It
Oh,
but it's
God,
the
that
American
fucking
cheese on
cheese.
top.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Pizza. What?
God, Jesus.
So
God.
you have your Sicilian
fucking-
style, you have your thick crust, which, Sicilian style turned into the Detroit or the Chicago, I guess.
I can get with that crust.
The Sicilian style is a thick
yeah.
crust. It's a focaccia.
It's
essentially
delicious
Cheese.
So-
bread.
So what this is a focaccia with some toppings and then American cheese on it, which is, again, to call this pizza
It
is,
said it was originally done with Velveeta.
which makes almost more sense.
Wow. Velveeta cheese on a pizza. That's an abomination, dude.
So the only reason why anybody
terrible.
from Spokane, Washington would even know about that is just because it was shared like online by somebody as like and just like Altoona style pizza, yo, and people were just like, oh my God, like Ron's reaction. And it like
That's
shattered
terrible.
the internet one day, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So anyway.
I think they had like a jar of Velveeta in the kitchen and like some fat bread, and they're like, "Oh, what do we do?"
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Right.
it's
Some
like-
bar.
There's some
It
Lutherans
was at
over there,
it
maybe.
originated at a hotel. I just looked
Hey,
at Wikipedia.
See, there you go. Hey, Gary, what's left in the back?
Altoona Hotel.
I don't know which one I want less, that or the St. Louis style pizza.
Listen, guys, it's the worst transition ever, but this all made me hungry, so I got to get going.
I got a hot pocket in the microwave.
yeah.
Peace out, guys.
It's fucking steaming at me.
Love you, yikes.
All right.
All
Good to
right,
see
man.
you guys. All right.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, you
Oh,
See you soon.
take care.
But what Yikes was saying about discovering that online, I had the opposite with that fucking St. Louis pizza. I was in St. Louis. I had driven. I worked all day, got off work, drove down
God
to
damn
St.
it.
Louis, got down there on a Monday fucking night, got to a hotel, hungry as shit. We ordered a pizza. It showed up, and it was that fucking abomination in front of me, and I couldn't eat that shit. And I had to sit
Even though
there.
you were hungry late at night.
Couldn't eat it.
Bro, no.
Terrible. That, like you said, that Provel cheese is basically like a white American.
So
it
thank
does
you,
the
Ron.
same bubbly thing as
Samo.
that orange cheese.
I doubt you're familiar with Provel cheese because it doesn't exist outside of the St. Louis area.
No, I just Googled that pizza and looked at it though. It looks weird. Yeah.
I'm telling you, unleavened bread, the tomato sauce is sweeter than normal, okay? And then the Provel cheese. So Provel cheese is half provolone, half white American, and was distributed by the government. It is essentially a government cheese.
Government cheese. Government cheese. It's a thing.
It's not good.
Okay.
It's like, hey, let me take this white American cheese, which is not really good, but it is good.
not
It has the
really
salty
cheese.
quality. And it's definitely not cheese. And then let's
cheese
blend it
byproduct.
with provolone, which is essentially flavorless milk, hardened milk. And so
Yeah.
it's
It makes a giant brown bubble, like a husk. Then you cut through it, and it's on like a flavorless
fucking
cracker.
disgusting.
With
Yeah, it's a cracker
sweet sauce.
with sweet sauce and
Yeah.
that cheese. I'm telling you, it's one of the most upsetting things ever.
It's like a
at least-
terrible ass hors d'oeuvre that I wouldn't touch if you cut it
the
into tiny
Altoona
squares.
pizza, the Altoona pizza at least will have like some, like your teeth will sink into it. I want to say the mouthfeel will be a little bit better, but then again,
I'd
you're
pick that
biting into
orange cheese
American
off.
cheese in the top of your teeth, so that's just going to sink into like, your teeth and get all like stuck there. Because we're used to having American cheese on like a burger or something, so there's something on the outside, the top and the bottom of the cheese. The cheese is in something. American cheese is plastic, essentially.
That's pretty bad.
Like, it tastes delicious, but it's
Yeah.
plasticky.
And then we got breadsticks too, and they were basically on that flat ass shit too. So I got to eat a couple pieces of cardboard. I was so goddamn angry.
I'm telling you, dude. St. Louis, like, what are we doing? Like,
I know.
you
Oh,
do
I'm-
barbecue so well. You do so many foods so well.
Like, how you fuck up a pizza that hard? Like, it's like fucking malicious. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Gary. You know what's gonna piss him off? Check this out.
Hey Gary,
This is
you know how I really hate Italians? You know how I like Italians are like my least favorite people in the entire world, and I'm really racist towards the entire country of Italy. Look what I just did to their fucking pizza.
Fucking did.
Do you think like everybody like there that they just call it pizza? Like everybody eats it like that, or do you think that is just a small portion of the city that's like?
It gave absolutely no
indication
on their website that this pizza was anything other than pizza. We had no clue what we were in for. We just ordered.
That's one of the most. That is upsetting.
So you were there and you just said, "Give me a pizza," and it came like
yes.
That. Wow.
Yep.
Were you wearing those glasses?
No, I didn't need them at the time. Fuck. No, my wife got online, ordered a fucking pizza. It was a Monday night. The Steelers were fucking playing. We might have been playing the Eagles even. It was Vic quarterbacked for us. It was an absolute train wreck. So I got to sit there and watch the Steelers get killed with this fucking cracker bread shitty American cheese bubble on top. Couldn't fucking eat it. Angrily masturbate in a bathroom. So fucking, this sucks so bad.
In the bathroom?
Well, I couldn't do it anywhere else. I'm down in the lobby, like, fucking your pizza sucks.
You're listening to the Outsiders Social Club on the Half-Ass Podcast Network. You beta lib cuck.